Hi everyone, I'm Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute stretch class. All you need today is your mat, so let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start lying down. So come all the way down, and then slowly just bring yourself down to your mat. We're going to stretch out those legs, and then just take your arms down by your side. So allow yourself to sort of melt into your mat. So you'll feel sort of the chest open up, the shoulders pulling back, maybe the rib cage is splayed just a little bit. Allow it to settle. Tailbone should be heavy. And just relax here. Take a couple of deep breaths. So remember, when you take a deep breath, you want to feel the belly actually expand. And then as you exhale, you feel it sort of contract back together. So big inhale here. And exhale. And again, big inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. We're going to start from our feet and work our way up towards our head. So I want you just to point and flex those feet. As you flex the feet, feel the heels sort of pull off of the mat. And as you point, feel those toes reaching for the ground. Good. One more time. Point and flex. Now go ahead and rotate those feet around. So ankle mobility, very important. And then reverse those circles, rotating those feet around. Good. And then just come back to the center. All right, I want you just to rock and roll the legs right and left. So getting a little movement through the hips, feel the legs. Again, grounding the tailbone, coming up, and then coming up towards your arms. Let's take those arms and circle them all the way up. So feeling where that rib cage really starts to sway, where the shoulders are rotating, and then just go ahead and circle them down. Good, one more time, take them up. Now this time keep them up there, and I want you to just reach a little longer on that right side. So right foot reaches a little longer, right arm reaches a little longer, and then on the left side. And then on the right. And then on the left. Good. All right, bring those arms out to that T position. Reach a little to the right and to the left. Again, right and left. So maybe you feel a stretch across the bicep here. All right, I want you to bend those arms into that upward goalpost position and just try to relax the hands. Now we're just going to flip the right arm over, and then we're going to switch it up. Left flips over, right flips back, and again. And again. One more time. Keep the left up, and then just switch the right one up. Good. All right, take those arms out. We're going to bring that right knee in towards the chest. Give it a great big hug, but notice how I'm trying to pull my shoulders back. So try not to round the shoulders up, but pull them back. Maybe take that knee out to the side just a little bit. So allow it to open. Keep the left hip grounded as this happens, and then bring it back. Let's do little circles here with that right leg. And then reverse the circles. Good. We're going to hang on to that right knee with the left hand. Take your right arm out to the side. Bring that right knee across. Now, when you bring it across, that right hip pops up. Keep your right shoulder down. Feel the spinal rotation here. Come back to center. Take that leg long. All right, you're going to bring that left knee in. Give it a big squeeze and open up the chest. Pull the shoulders back. All right, take that left leg out to the side. Keep the right hip grounded, so don't let it pop up here. Maybe take a little circle. And then reverse your circle. Okay, grab the left knee with the right hand. Take your left hand out, bring that leg across. My left hip pops up, my left shoulder stays down. I get that nice spinal rotation here. I release my low lumbar spine. All right, come back to center. Take the legs about as wide as your mat, and then take them over to the right. I feel a big quad stretch when I do this. I have very tight quads, so if you have tight quads, hopefully you feel it too. If you need a little extra help, you'll take that right foot and place it on top of the left thigh. Keep the shoulders fully back. With each exhale, you should feel yourself go into your stretch a little bit deeper. You're going to use your core to bring the knees up and let them fall over to the left side. Good. Again, if you want a little extra added oomph, you're going to lift that left foot, place it on top of your right thigh this time. Good. And then bring those legs up. All right, we're going to do our butterfly stretch. So bringing the soles of the feet together, allow the legs to just open up here. So you want to open up the thighs. Good. Relaxing the core and breathing. Those big deep belly breaths. Excellent. All right, bring those knees up. Roll onto one side. Take the legs and stack them in a 90-degree angle. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Go ahead and open that arm. So try not to fall back. Keep the legs stacked and the shoulders stacked, but just reach back. Come back. And again. Reach it back. Aiming for that floor. Working on your spinal rotation. Excellent. One more time. And come back to center. Excellent. Okay. Go ahead and just press yourself up. When you press yourself up, your top leg is going to go back into your seated mermaid position. So if you have tight hips, you're going to see that this hip is probably, this glute will probably not be seated on your mat. So give yourself an opportunity for the hips to open up. Sometimes you just have to stay in this position for a minute or so. Trying to get the hips to settle and square. Okay, we're going to do a side bend over towards our left side. So you're spiraling your chest open and then over to that other side. Nice. All right, both hands come down. Legs are going to come in front of you. You're going to be seated on top of your sits bone. So I want your back to be nice and flat. So from a side view, it would look something like this. You're going to have the distance from your fingertips to your elbow between your legs. All right. So I like to keep my hands here, pushing my chest forward. We're going to go ahead and just lower one leg in and then the other. So hip health, hip mobility, super important. We did our butterfly stretch to open up the hips. Now we're just making sure that they can rotate. Excellent. One more. Good. All right. We're going to swing those legs around. Come on down to your other side. Stack the shoulders and then go ahead and stack the hips. Legs are in that 90-degree angle. All right. So if you don't like to just have your head down and you need it propped up a little bit, always feel free to use a pillow, your yoga block. You're going to take your top arm. You're going to open it out. Rotating. Without, oops, I fell off of my side, I guess I could say, and I started to fall backwards. That's not what I wanted. All right, come back. Good. And again, open up. So you're rotating through the core here. And back one more time. Open it up. It's so good. And then come back. Excellent. All right, go ahead and press yourself up. Top leg goes back for your seated mermaid position. So right hand's gonna go down, you're gonna go to a side bend over to your right. Now, if I rushed you, I'm so sorry, take your time, let the hips open up. Mine just happened to be open, so I went right into my side bend. And then you're gonna go into that other side. Good. Another stretch we're gonna do, legs are gonna go out in front of you. I'll do it from the side. So you want to sit up nice and tall on those sits bones. I'm gonna cross my right over my left. I'm gonna grab it with my left arm and try and bring my right knee to my left shoulder. I'm sitting up nice and tall, and then I'm gonna rotate over and around, looking over my right shoulder. So you should feel a little glute stretch here. This is a great glute release. Go ahead, take both legs long, cross the left over the right. Grab it with the right arm, bring it towards that right shoulder. Go ahead and twist and look over that left shoulder. Stay up nice and tall. So try not to collapse, but stay nice and tall here. And then come back to center. Great job. All right, we're gonna swing our legs around. We're gonna come into a 4-point kneeling position so that we can do a little cat-cow, getting our spine warmed up. So bring your hands down, make sure that your shoulders are over your hands, and then make sure that your hips are over your knees. So I was out just a little far, and then I want to pull my belly button up. We're going to take a big inhale through our nose to prepare. As we exhale, we want to try and find that flexion in our back, rounding up like an angry cat, look to the thighs, and then on your inhale, you're going to push those hips back, lower that belly, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, pull the shoulders down. Exhale, round it up. Inhale, take your extension. Good. And again, exhale. And inhale. Good. Come back to center. Take as many of those as you need. And then we're going to just get a little side flexion in here. So wag the hips right and left. Just a little right and a little left. And then think about not just sagging into your hands, but to pull yourself off of your mat. All right, come back to center. We're going to open up the knees a little wider. Soles of the feet are going to come together, and you're going to press back into your child's pose. Walk those hands forward, lower the head. Think about lowering the chest through those arms. Really try to feel the shoulders opening up. You're going to take both hands over to your right side. You're going to reach a little longer with the left hand. Shift the hips over to the left heel. Feel your left side body opening up. Breathe into it. Come through center. Over to the left side. Take your right arm a little longer. Shift the hips over to the right side. And breathe into it. Good. Come back to center. Round yourself up. All right. That was awesome. Here we go. We're going to step one giant step forward with our right leg. So take that giant step forward. Bring the hands down. Curl the left toes under. And then come into your lunge position. Relax the shoulders here. Try to really push through that left heel. Feel that stretch in the calf. It feels really good. And then go ahead and lower that left knee and uncurl those left toes. Take the right leg out to the side. So I always have to allow my hip to open. It takes a second here to do that. There we go. It finally wanted to release. I can relax my shoulders a little bit more. I'm pushing my hips forward. So I'm getting this wonderful hip flexor stretch on the left side. I'm also getting this amazing inner thigh stretch. I'm going to bring my right knee back in line with my right toes, taking my hands up to the right side and push those hips forward again. Breathe and make sure you're exhaling nice and deep so that you sink into your stretches just that much more. Hands are going to start to go towards the mat. And you're gonna pull that right hip backwards so that you can square off those hips. You're gonna try and keep the chest lifted, the back nice and flat, and then flex that right foot. It's a great stretch in the calf and hamstring. So my calf, my hamstring, whoo, feels so good. Take that right foot down, walk it across your mat, gently lower that right knee and tuck your right heel under your left hip. So a lot of people will say to have it sort of parallel to the top of your mat. I just think that's a very strange sort of angle for your knees. I don't like to do that personally. Walk your hands forward, relax. I do a little rock and roll here just to release that glute. Feels so good. Relaxing my shoulders as much as possible. You're gonna walk yourself back up. You're gonna start to bend that left leg up. This is your quad stretch now. So go ahead and reach around with your right hand, grab that left foot. Give yourself a second to relax, relaxing the shoulders, opening up the chest, sinking into this stretch. Good, big inhale, big exhale. All right, let go of that foot, curl those toes under, press into the palms of the hands to lift yourself up, and then take that right foot back. You're in your plank position here. Press through those heels. All right, we're gonna pike up those hips. I like to open up my feet just a little bit, try to take those heels down. Press the hips up and back, really flatten out the back, and then pedal the feet right and left, and right and left. Take both feet down. And then go ahead and bend those knees. You're back in your 4-point healing position. Excellent. We're gonna just come up on those knees and take one giant step with that left leg this time. Excellent. Hands are gonna come down and you're gonna curl the right toes under and come into your lunge. So push through that right heel this time. Settle the shoulders. And breathe. All right, we're gonna lower that right knee, uncurl those right toes. We're gonna take that right knee out to the side. So I don't get that same sort of pitch, I guess, in that hip on my left side that I do on my right. So it doesn't necessarily take me a second for it to actually go out. It goes out pretty easily. I'm pushing my hips forward, getting a little hip flexor stretch on the right side. And those inner thighs are getting a big old stretch right now. All right, and I bring that left knee in line with those left toes, bringing the hands up to my left knee, push forward. So if you feel any pinching in the back, you can always hinge forward. That's going to take that pinch out. Good, and then you're going to start to pull this left hip backwards. Hands are going to go to the mat for balance. You pull the left hip back, squaring off your hips, straightening through that leg, flexing that foot, and then see if you can get that chest to be upright, back is nice and flat. The big hamstring stretch for me. All right, you're going to set that foot down and then walk that foot across your mat. Lower that left knee, tuck that left heel underneath your right hip, and then walk those hands forward. Relaxing the shoulders. This is where I give myself that little rock and roll. It feels good on my glute. And then go ahead and walk those hands back. And before we come out of this, we're going to go ahead and start to bend that right leg this time, getting that quad stretch on the right side. I'm going to reach around with my left hand, opening up my shoulders, relaxing them, and then just sinking into this stretch. This is the one where I really need to give myself a little bit of time for those super tight quads. All right, go ahead and let go of that leg. Curl those toes under. and then press into your hands, lifting up the left leg and bring it back to meet the right. Excellent. Just hold your plank here, really turning on everything at this point. Plank is such a great all body exercise. All right, we're going to lower those knees and we're back into that 4-point kneeling position. We're going to stretch out those shoulders real quick. So you're going to take that right arm out to the side. You're going to thread it under, pushing the hips back, bending into the left arm. You're going to take the right shoulder down to the mat, right cheek to the mat. Good. Breathing feels nice. And then go ahead, unthread that arm, place it down. We're going to take the left arm out to the side. We're going to thread it under, lowering our left shoulder down. And then taking the left cheek down. Doing a couple deep breaths here. Awesome. Go ahead, unthread that arm and place it down. All right, we're just going to come forward onto our bellies. So as you come down to your belly, what I want you to think about is still trying to pull your belly button up. So you don't want to just let your belly just sort of hang out on your mat. You do want to still try to think of pulling it up. Like there's a grape under there and you don't want to squish it. All right, so just take your hands and stack them. You can place your head on your stacked hands. I'm going to have you lift your left leg. And as you lift it, I want you to lift it from the glute. So we're not just lifting it from the knee, but we're lifting that entire leg and lower. And then the right side lifts and lowers and left, lift, lower. So think as if I'm trying to pull you from your toes. And I'm pulling those legs away. So they're lengthening and lifting each time. Good. One more set. Left and right. Excellent. So we're going to lift both legs now at the same time. So go ahead and lift, squeeze, and lower, and lift, and lower. Lift, lower, 3 more. Lift, lower, lift, lower, and 1 more. Lift and lower. Excellent. All right, we're gonna just hover the head, neck, and shoulders. We're gonna take our arms out in front of us. I have super tight arms. I'm a side sleeper, so I'm always kind of curled forward. So this is a stretch that's really hard for me to do, but important for me to do to keep my shoulders open. You're going to, with your head, neck, and shoulders sort of hovering, you're going to lift that right arm and lower and left and lower, right, lower, left, lower. So you're still pulling your belly button up. You're still reaching long through those legs. And you're trying to bring that arm up next to your ear. Good. 1 more set. Right. And left. Good. And then just relax for a second. If you feel any pinching in that back, you really want to try and pull that belly up even more. So if you'll, it's hard to see, but if you're just sagging onto your mat, you're going to have a little pinching here. If you're pulling up, you're going to lengthen it. So it's really important. All right, we're going to lift both arms at the same time. All right, here we go. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more time, lift and lower. Whew, good job. All right, take those hands right next to the shoulders. Have the elbows pointed up. Hover the head, neck, and shoulders. You're going to dip the right shoulder forward and look over the left. It's a big stretch across the front of that shoulder. And then to that other side. And switch. And switch. One more time. Switch. And switch. Excellent. All right, we're going to take those arms and take them behind our back. We're going to reach the arms away from the body as we lift the head, neck, and shoulders. So here we go. I'm just holding on to my hands there. You're going to take a big inhale, reach, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lift. Whew. And lower. And lift. And lower, 2 more. Reach. And relax. Last one. Reach. And relax. Good. Take those arms down and just relax here. All right, we're going to press ourselves up and back into our child's pose. So let's go ahead and press up into your swan first, lengthening and lifting, then press it back and push those hips back onto those heels. Good. Take those arms long one more time. This time we're going to take those hands into, say, a prayer position and take those prayer hands over our head. All right. So this is a great tricep stretch. So maybe after you do some push-ups, you could do this pose. You walk those elbows forward. And you feel that big stretch. All right, take those hands down and then round it up into your 4-point kneeling position one more time. All right, so we're just going to stretch the shoulders and we're going to take those hands forward. So slightly in front of our shoulders for this one. I want you to keep the fingers spread nice and wide and then push the hips back. Feel how the back lengthens. Keep pulling those shoulders down away from your ears and then come right back up into your 4-point kneeling position. And again, press. And forward. Last one. Press it back. Feel that good stretch. The arms lengthen and then come all the way back up. Excellent. Just rotate the hands. And then feel yourself sort of shift back just a little bit. And then forward again. Keeping the fingers spread nice and wide. Shift them back. And forward. Good. Rotate the hands around one more time. All right, we're going to start restacking the spine so we can do a little bit of stretching standing. So curl the toes under and then hover the knees, push the hips up and back into your downward dog. Push those heels down. And then walk those hands back. You're in your fold over, just hang heavy here wherever you are at. Through your legs, you're going to bend those knees and then straighten those legs. Bend those knees and straighten. One more time. Bend and straighten. You're going to bend into your right knee. Keep your right hand down. Take your left arm up. Look over that left shoulder. Feels so good. And then bend into the left knee. Keep the left hand down. Look over your right shoulder. Straighten through that right leg as much as possible. And then come back to center. All right, we're going to restack now. So take a big inhale here. And exhale. Start to round it up. Really pulling up through your pelvic floor. So as you pull up, you're rounding, you're pulling that belly button up, 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 up. Pull those shoulders back. Good. All right, we're going to do a couple shoulder rolls here. So rounding those shoulders up, back, and down. Good, one more. And then just keep them down and keep them back. Excellent. We're going to shift our weight all the way over to our left foot. And then we're going to lift that right leg up. We're going to do a couple of hip circles here. So we opened up our hips, but we didn't do any hip circles just yet. Now reverse it. 1, 2, and 3. Good. All right, shift the weight over to the right foot. Lift the left. All right, here we go. We're doing our circles. 1, 2, and 3, and reverse. 1, ooh, fell a little up there, and 2, and 3. Good. Take those feet out. Excellent. All right, just go ahead and sink down into that plie and then lift it up. Feel yourself grow taller. Plie down, tuck the hips under and stand it up. One more time, stay down this time and just rock a little side to side. Hopefully things feel a little bit more open, a little bit longer. And then just fold over, push the hips back and lower that. Belly, chin the hips back, keep your neck in line with the spine. Good. Go ahead, bend into the knees again, pull the hips under and upright the chest. Take the right shoulder in. And left. And right. And left. Good, come back to center. Go ahead, stand it up, bring it up through those inner thighs. Excellent. All right, we're gonna toe, heel those feet together. Good. All right, so showing the feet just a little bit of love. I mean, we worked on our ankle mobility earlier, but let's go ahead and just lift and lower. So when you lift, remember, don't pop those heels out, or if they roll in, we're trying to keep them right over the heel. So the ankles need to stay right over the heels. We're rolling through the foot. And then get a little rocking into it. Bring those toes up. Heels up. Toes up. Heel. Toe. Heel. And toe. Just take the right heel up. Take the left. And right. And left. Good. Right. And left. Go ahead and rotate the ankle and the knee around. And remember, always do it in the opposite direction. And then on that other side. And in the opposite direction. It really only takes a few minutes a day to just really work through the entire body and feel yourself get a little looser, a little longer. Take that big inhale up, grab that right wrist, go ahead and side bend over to your left side. Come back to center, switch out those hands, side bend over to your right. Good. Open up the arms, open up the chest, pull the shoulder blades back. So we're trying to pull those shoulder blades back together. Looking at our back body, those are your back extensors, your posture muscles. Go ahead and rotate to the right, rotate to the left, and right, and left. Good. Reach up again. Hold the arms down on the exhale. Open up the throat. Inhale up. Exhale, looking up towards the ceiling. Rotate right and left. Getting that movement, mobility in the spine. One more time, reach up on that inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Nice job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a great quick stretch. You can do this every day. You can do your own version of this, but just keep moving, keep working all of your muscles. And I hope that I will see you right back here very soon. Thanks. Have a great day.